I'm going to be showing you guys 15 tips to use when you're defending on Clubhouse to win more games. Okay guys, for the first tip, you guys can put a pre-placed C4 underneath the Logi hatch. So if you guys are defending second floor, just put a Val cam somewhere in Logi and put the C4 in kitchen on this spot right here. This is going to allow you to kill anyone that drops the Logi hatch as long as you're focused on the camera, and this could get you a free kill. For the second tip, you guys can make these holes in Logi to watch the hatch or anyone that's trying to go in through kitchen. So you guys can make first angle right here to watch the kitchen door. For the second angle, you can make it to use to watch the kitchen window. And then the third one you can use to destroy anything they might put on the hatch, maybe a thermite charge or even Habana pellets. For the third tip, you guys can make a rotate hole on this spot right here to go for a spawn peek by side entrance. It's better than using the door to run out just because you can expose more of your body, and that way you're not being detected outside. Plus, just going for a run out through the door is more common. So if you see this going through the door, you're exposing less of your body and you're still getting detected. But if you go through the rotate hole, essentially you can expose most of your body and you're not being detected, and this is going to catch attackers off guard. For the fourth spot, I like to go Cade. I always put a electro claw in kitchen just to protect the hatch. If you put it underneath this shelf here, that's a really good spot. Attackers are not going to think to look there for a Cade. So this is basically going to help you protect the hatch, and even if they try to trick it using the Habana pellets or thermite charge, it's still not going to destroy the electric claw, so you should be good. For the fifth tip, you guys can make holes through the bar right here. This is going to help you guys just get a better angle into Arsenal. So if attackers somehow just take control of that room, you guys can use that angle to surprise them, and that should help you get a free kill if there's any attackers swinging through that door. For the sixth tip, you guys can also do this for a spawn peek. So this is also going to be inside entrance but on the wall. So if you make the hole right here where the truck is, attackers coming out of the side entrance alleyway, they're not going to be able to see the hole. They'll expect the spawn peek, but typically from the door. So if they see that the door is not open, they'll think it's safe, and once they start moving, that's when they're going to see the hole in the wall. But by that time it'll be too late. You'll already have the jump on them, and this should already help you get the kill. So there's a lot of cool spots you guys can try out with Malusi and Clubhouse. This is the first one I'm going to show you guys. So if you guys go in blue, you guys can do this with a bulletproof camera and one of the Banshees. You guys can put the bulletproof camera right here. This is going to allow you to see all of blue essentially if you're defending church and arsenal. You guys can put a Banshee right by the generator. This is going to pretty much cover the whole area, and you can use this if you're playing up close to the door. So if the attackers set off the Banshee, they're going to be focused on destroying it, so they're going to be looking anywhere else but the door to try to destroy it, and you can use the bulletproof camera to get the intel off it that they're not focused and paying attention, and you can just swing out and get the kill. Another spot you can do this on Clubhouse is on construction. So you guys can put a Banshee on top of the table, and then you guys can put the bulletproof camera right by the window and con, just in the corner. This is going to allow you to see the whole room, and if you're playing close by the door that leads into bedroom, you can see the attackers once they start to push on through construction. They're going to set off the Banshee, and then they're going to start looking for it, and then once they're not looking your way, you can just swing out and get the kill. Another really good thing about Clubhouse, you guys can also use a lot of evil eyes here that are pretty much helpful. So for the first one, you guys can put this in church, just vault onto the table right here and just put it as high as you can, and then you're just going to want to make head holes high enough where you can see the main stairs from the evil eye. And if you get on the evil eye, you can clearly see the main stairs and any attackers are pushing down, and this is going to give you a lot of great insight. Another good evil eye spot you guys could use, just put it in bar. You're just going to want to put it in the corner right there on the wall. Putting it right there, it's going to allow you to see the hatch that attackers like to open time from time to drop in moto. And then if you see Habana or thermite or even Ace trying to open it, you can just use this evil eye to destroy anything. And most of the time attackers won't even really see the evil eye there just because it's tucked away in a corner. And even if you have it facing the other way, it's going to be much harder for the attackers to notice. Another good angle you guys can use if you guys want to defend blue really well, you guys can open up the blue hatch, and then you guys can make holes all the way up by cache and CCTV. This will allow you to see the bottom of blue stairs if attackers push in that way, or you guys can also see when they push on a blue from oil pit, you can see the hallway that connects them both actually. So these are pretty good spots to use, and these could actually help you get kills. And not only that, once attackers realize that, they're going to know that someone's playing above, and that's where their focus is mainly going to go to, and then that could help waste time. Another good evil eye spot you guys can use with Maestro is for the kitchen hatch. So you guys can actually put it in the shelf right here, and make sure the camera's facing away, that way it's much harder for attackers to notice. But most of the time this evil eye doesn't really get spotted just because it hides in a really good spot, and then Habana or whoever the case may be will try to open it, and you can just get on the camera and destroy whatever it is and this should help you waste a little bit of time. Really good camera I like to use for con whenever I'm defending gym on second floor is by putting it in the corner right there. This camera is tucked in really good. Attackers won't see it at all most of the time, and you guys can see pretty much the whole room, and even if they jump in through the window or they're pushing the door. And like I said earlier, you guys can use this as an opportunity to swing out if they're not watching where you're coming from, or this could just give you a lot of good intel. And for the last tip, you guys can put a camera underneath the table and CCTV for a pre-place. So if you're defending gym, attackers will always try to come in through cache. So you guys can just put a pre-place underneath the door that connects construction. You're just going to want to put this in stocks, and whenever you see an attacker coming through, you can just detonate it and get yourself a free kill.